How do you forget a first love after many years? A Stoic reflection. There are few memories as stubborn as the memory of a first love. It lingers not only in the mind but in the heart, as if it were carved into the soul itself. The songs, the places, the quiet echoes of youth, all of them return like shadows, even when decades have passed. Many wonder, why is it so difficult to let go of this first passion long after life has moved on? The Stoic answer is both simple and profound, because we confuse what belongs to us with what does not. Some things are in our control and others not. Epictetus. The Stoics taught that we should distinguish between what is within our control and what lies outside it. Your actions, your choices, your judgments, these are yours. But the love of another, the path they choose, or the passage of time itself, these do not belong to you. The first love often feels unforgettable because it was the first time your heart discovered its own vulnerability. It was not only the person you loved, but the way you felt alive in their presence. What you are holding on to is not merely the memory of someone else, but the reflection of who you once were. To forget, then, is not to erase. Memory cannot be commanded to vanish. Rather, forgetting in the Stoic sense means learning to see it with new eyes. People are like travelers at an inn. They stay for a night and then they leave. Epictetus, your first love was a guest in your life's inn. They came, they awakened something within you, and then they departed. That does not mean your inn is empty. It means it has space for new travelers, new experiences, new seasons of the soul. Why do we still ache when we think of that first attachment, even after years? Because the mind clings to an ideal. Youth is painted in bright colors, and the first taste of affection seems purer than all that follows. But this is an illusion. It is not things themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about them. Marcus Aurelius, what troubles you now is not the lost person, but the story you have told yourself about them. You imagine that no one since has measured up, that what was lost was perfection. But perfection never lived in the other. It lived in your perception. To release yourself from this burden, you must do two things. First, accept that you are not the same person who once loved with such intensity. That version of you belongs to the past. Do not try to resurrect him, for he no longer exists. Second, give thanks that you were able to feel so deeply at least once. Gratitude transforms memory from a chain into a teacher. Instead of asking why you cannot forget, ask what the memory has taught you about love, about impermanence, about your own capacity to grow. The Stoics were not against love. They simply warned against slavery to passion. True freedom is not the absence of feeling, but the mastery of it. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. To think of your first love and still smile without bitterness, this is mastery. To remember the past without longing for its return, this is freedom. When the thought arises, do not resist it with anger or despair. Instead, say to yourself, this, too, was part of my life. It shaped me, and now I walk forward. In this way, the memory becomes a stone on the path, not a weight on your shoulders. It is also wise to reflect on the brevity of life. Years have already passed since your first love, and years will continue to pass. Will you spend them chained to yesterday, or will you use them to live fully in the present? Life is long if you know how to use it. Seneca, each day given to you is a chance to love again, to create again, to live again. The past is a closed book, but the future still holds blank pages awaiting your hand. Forgetting a first love after many years is less about erasing and more about transforming. You cannot change what happened, but you can change how you carry it. Do not ask your heart to be empty, ask it to be winds. Do not ask your memory to vanish. Ask it to serve you rather than enslave you. In time, you will see that the first love was never the final love, but simply the beginning of your education in the art of living. The Stoic path is not about coldness or denial. It is about clarity. And clarity reveals that every person you have loved, it is part of your story, but none of them define its end. You define that through reason, gratitude, and courage. The whole future lies in uncertainty, Live immediately. Seneca. So let the past remain where it belongs, and let the present be where you build your strength. In this way, you do not merely forget your first love, you transcend it.